All right, I'm going to try this again and hope there's no more robocalls and spam on the phone, which is all I ever get on my landline now. So sometimes I wonder why I even bother keeping it. Today is Wednesday, December 15th. I'm sorry, 16th. And this is the stuff that I have bought the last couple of days, with this one exception. This is Rob Haynes Adventures number 21. Written, drawn, and created by Randy Ronaldo, good buddy, who I've been following his stuff for, I lost track, 20 years maybe? Oh, it was back when he started this. Anyways, if you want to go over to his WCG, I think it's World Comics Group, comics, WCGcomics.com. Look through his catalog and order some of his stuff. If you're a fan of the old time comic strips, you know, Steve Canyon, Secret Agent X, the work by Milton Caniff and others. Randy has that style down, and I highly recommend you give it a try. Pick up a couple of trade paperbacks, or just pick up one and see if you like it. I hope you do. Okay, then for the stuff that we did buy from Torpedo and Nuclear, we have Doctor Who comic number 2. We got from IDW, we got Lock and Key, Impale Battalions Go. This is the 3rd issue. I believe it ties into the limited series from DC IDW, where characters from the Dreaming universe tie into the Lock and Key universe. I think it's two issues. Issue 0 is out, came out last week, and 1 or 2 are shipping sometime in the new year. We also from DC, Black Label, we got American Vampire 1976 by Scott Snyder. From Image, we got Big Girls number 5. I think that's a 6-issue series. Another mini-series, this is from Dark Horse. We got Bob Alien. Red Planet is part of the Jeff Lemire's Dark Hammer universe. From Pete Milligan at AWA, or the Upsharp imprint. American Ronin. Oh dear, number 3. We got Happy Hour, number 2, also by Pete Milligan. It's about a dystopian future where everyone has to be happy. If you're not, you can be arrested and even executed. Another dystopian future. This is Post-Americana by Steve Skroce, Skroce, Dave Stewart, and Phonographics. Don't know anything about this, but that cover looks cool. Wow. Check that out. That art is really, Dave Stewart art is really nice. We got from Valiant, we got Rye, number 10. That's really cool. I like that cover. This is written by Dan Abnett, one of my favorite current writers, especially if you're a fan of his work on the Warhammer 40K series, and also worked for Marvel. Speaking of Marvel, we got Savage Avengers number 16. Not sure how much longer this is going to be going on. DC and Marvel are canceling a lot of their books. from issue 41, I believe there's only 50 issues in this. This is Immortal Hulk, number 41, by Ewing. We got New Mutants number 14, which is the only X book that I think I'm still getting at this point. Another main series coming to an end, Dark Knight's Death Metal, the last stories of the DC Universe. The Titans, among other characters, are preparing for battle with the being formerly known as the Batman Who Laughs, who now is a gigantic, galaxy-spanning character who's fighting Pandora or whatever her name is. And they know that they very well might die. So they just kind of, come together for one battle. And that battle we will probably see in this, which is Dark Knight's Death Metal number 6. I believe this is the last issue. And this is Betasaurus, the dinosaur, which now has the intelligence of Batman. And tiny arms. We got Kick-Ass versus Hit Girl, number 2. Finally, the quarterly comic. This is issue number 14, volume 4, 2 of 4 series, Headlopper. Each issue is, each adventure is 4, and this has to do with the main character, who is wandering his barbarian world with his companion, the head of the last Blue Witch. And that is it. Just the usual stuff here. Some freebies. We got a Marvel free Spotlight. And then we have from DC, we have DC Nation Presents Future State. I've mentioned this before. Marvel's promoting The King in Black, which is the big Venom series currently going on. This is the Future State, which is going to be a 2-month event coming from DC, where books in January and February are, the regular issues aren't going to ship. Like if you go to the stands now, you'll see a number of issues or a number of titles, like Suicide Squad, Teen Titans, and others. This is their last issue. They're wrapping things up. Some of which may be returning in different format following Future State, but we'll see what happens. I don't think I'm going to be picking up a lot of them because most of them seem to be new variations of the big three, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. None of whose regular titles I'm currently reading, but there are some other interesting stuff that I might pick up on, and so we'll see. I'll pick up some first issues in January and see if they're interested enough to pick up the second issue. But then again, it's only like 2 issues of each of the titles. Not quite as bad as when they first introduced the New 52, And I went out and sure enough, I did. I bought every issue. I pre-ordered every issue of that 52, and some of them I never got beyond the first issue, and I don't think I continued with any more than about 5 or 6 issues of each. A lot of them only made like 4 or 5 issues before they were canceled. So that's why, you wonder about future state, since they're just variations, and the new 52 was the same thing. New characters, new variations. They didn't last then, so I don't know why future state. But apparently between this and death metal, we're supposed to be seeing sort of a rebirth, probably an expression of the DC Universe. Although I thought that was supposed to happen after Doomsday Clock. So we'll see. I don't know. All these DC folks are so much more clever. And of course, considering what's going on with AT&T and all the mass firings at DC, Warner, etc., who knows how long DC itself is going to be around. Didn't Rob Liefeld say they were going to be shutting down in March or something? Anyway, speaking of Rob Liefeld, when I was a kid, I grew up as a fan of a number of the what were eventually called the Red Circle characters. It was the Fly, Jaguar, the Shield, and the Black Hood, and others. And it was back in the 60s, and then it became, and they were played straight, and then sort of had another reemergence around the time of the Batman series, where they really became like very camp and over the top. But I still picked up a few issues, and periodically DC had them for a while. I think they were called Impact. Then Archie has tried at least twice to reboot them themselves as the Red Circle. None of them ever went much further than like a few dozen. Not a few dozen, a handful of issues. So anyways, they're giving these characters, the Mighty Crusader characters, to Rob Liefeld to reboot. I don't know about you, but if they had told me that they were going to do a reboot of these characters, and to guess who was going to do the reboot, Rob Liefeld would not have been even in my top 10. So good luck, Archie. You're going to friggin' need it, man. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll probably be here next week. You never know, considering everything else going on. Take care of yourself. Wear your mask. This ordeal is coming close to being over. And take care of yourself. Peace out.